Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, XRP traders and investors. It's Rod with Pow Group, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news and interviews. It is Wednesday, November 12th. Happy hump day. Hope you're doing well. And in this video, we're going to be discussing a must watch before tomorrow, because tomorrow is the official launch of the XRP spot ETFs, but we're going to be discussing the possibility of a sell the news event. This is very typical, and we're seeing a lot of warning signs right now in the crypto space, specifically in terms of the technicals and the charts. I've actually ended a few trades that I had open on BTCC, and I'm looking to just sit on the sidelines for a little bit because there's some major bearish patterns that are signaling on the charts, not just on XRP, but across the sector. And I do think that, with the government shutdown as well coming to an end potentially, that might even be a sell the news. Everybody thinks that's going to be, a positive for the price, but it ends up being the opposite, right? That contrarian mindset. So before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. If you're new, you can subscribe, click the bell, you'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. And as always, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. And full disclosure, I do own XRP. It's my largest holding. Also, you can follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. The handle for that is @GroupPow. So as you can see, the market chop just continues. 1 minute we're up, 1 minute we're down. There seems to be no real clear direction. Ultimately, though, Bitcoin's holding 100K. There is some CME gaps down around the mid 90,000 level. In my opinion, I think we could drop down to around there, maybe even into the 80s. See one more final flush and capitulation, kind of shaking out of the weak hands, if you will, before we sail into the sunset, so to speak. But yeah, there's no shortage of bullish news. It's just frustrating when you get all of these news pieces that are super bullish and you're just not seeing it reflected in the price. And this was from yesterday, November 11th. Just in, Canary has filed an 8A for its XRP ETF, indicating a likely launch tomorrow or Thursday, and then just the series of chronological events. The official listing notice for XRP-C has arrived from NASDAQ. Looks like tomorrow is on for the launch, and that's Canary. And then Watcher Guru reported NASDAQ releases official listing notice for spot XRP ETF. And Eleanor Tourette just posted not too long ago, as of 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time today, November 12th, Canary Funds XRP ETF is officially effective after NASDAQ certified the listing, clearing XRP-C for launch tomorrow at market open. So there you go, folks. It is official. And shout out to Paul Barron. He posted earlier on X, XRP ETF launch and fee calendar. So you got Canary Funds coming in at 0.5%. You've got that approved as well. Franklin Templeton scheduled for 14th to the 18th, 19th to the 20th is Bitwise, and they have 0.34%, so that's the lowest one there. Then you got 21 shares, November 20th to the 22nd. Late November, Grayscale was 0.35%. So again, like I said, the cheapest one being Bitwise, and there's a whole slew of ETFs that are set to launch. So before I give my opinion on how I think this is going to roll out, if it's going to be a sell the news or not, and then before we jump into the chart and some major warning signs, I want to introduce you to today's sponsor, and that is Grapecoin, otherwise known as GRP. To be completely honest with you, I heard about Grape a few months back. I was a little on the fence, and after researching it, I've decided to partner with this company, and I really believe in the future of the project. Obviously, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, and do your own due diligence and research. There are 5 reasons why I believe Grape could be a top 20 coin within, say, the next year. Number 1, Grape is the most powerful chain ever created. That's right, ever created, because every single user node, you can add 1,000 transactions per second. So essentially it's infinitely sustainable with 100 million, couple hundred million, even 500 million TPS within possibility. Why is that a big deal? That's a big deal because even in Q4 of this year, Grape could set itself apart by being the most advanced AI chain on the market, with the ability to create near instant apps, simple games, and smart contracts on chain with a few sentences using natural language prompts. By combining one of the most powerful chains ever built with the best AI features of any mainnet, the result is the future ability to host the most complex games on Web3. There are some big announcements and releases that are planned, and one of them is the ability to use AI features I mentioned above before listing. This release will allow apps to be created in seconds on Grape chain with only a few prompts, as I mentioned. That's big because as far as we have seen, no chain has launched features to this extent, so it could lead to thousands of new apps being created on the Grape chain in a very short period of time, and I'm very bullish on Web3 gaming into the future. In my opinion, the biggest reason to buy now is that they have a partnership announcement with an AI company and even a partnership with a country, and more details will be coming on that soon. GRP also has half the circulating supply of Bitcoin, so its supply is very tiny. That's why it's traded at almost $1,000 a coin already. You might be wondering, $1,000 a coin? I thought it was launching. It's going to be relaunching. So why is a relaunch massive? Well, if you've heard of any relaunch like Matic to Polygon, it surged 7,000%. Why? This is because it takes something proven, you fix the issues, you relaunch it into something better. So like I said, GRP was trading at almost $1,000 a coin without any functionality, without any of the announcements that they have right now. You only have a very short window to get GRP before the relaunch. Currently only about $1 per coin after bonuses, or essentially $3 with a 66% bonus. On average, $1 per coin. This is currently still the lowest price you can get it, and it's about to go up to $15 per coin for the next and last increase before the official launch. So if you get it today, you're essentially getting 15 times more. So to recap, one of the most powerful chains ever invented. We have some big releases and announcements that are coming, half the circulating supply of Bitcoin, the relaunch about to happen with huge upside potential, and you can get it for $1 for the next few days before the price increases to $15. It's also got the highest positivity score of any coin I've seen on CoinMarketCap. It's currently at 96% positive. That's why I believe GRP will be a market leader next year. There's also an $8,000 referral competition underway until Monday, and each purchase counts towards it. You can find more details on the buy site regarding that, and there'll be links for this in the description and in the comment section below. Now let's get back to today's video. All right, welcome back. So typically, in my opinion, we see news like this end up being a sell the news event. It happened with Ethereum, but if you look at the launch of the Ethereum ETFs, actually over time, we saw massive inflows, and it really helped the price tremendously. I think something similar is going to happen with XRP, but also once the data starts to come in, right? Once we start to see all of the ETFs and multiple, not just one or two launching, but 6 to a dozen. Once you get a half a dozen to a dozen or so, then you're going to start to see the data come in, right? Then you're going to start to see all of the inflows and the assets under management, the data, right? And you're going to start to see, oh, the most successful ETF of history, or you know what I mean? Whatever the talking point would be. I think it's going to take about a week or two for all of them to officially launch. And this is what is basically backing that up on the price chart as well. So show me the chart, I'll tell you the news. Unfortunately, we did confirm a 4-hour bear flag here on XRP. You can see here we have our high, low, lower high, right at the 0.382 fib. You literally can't make this stuff up. Unable to get above 245, which was key resistance. And then you just take your measured move there. Once we broke the low, that confirmed it. And then you take your measured move there from the high to the low, and make sure you're on log scale, which I'm not. So you want to go from the high here to the low and get that. I'm not sure why it doesn't maintain logarithmic all the time. It's very frustrating. Sometimes it just randomly shifts on. There we go. So if we go from high to the low there, you can see once we lost the low at 240, that confirmed it. So you take your measured move there from the high to the low, move it out to your 0.382 fib, and it's saying 224 is potentially in the cards here, and we could still see an EMA 12 and 26 bear cross as well. And we have bear flags pretty much across the sector right now, even on Granddaddy Bitcoin. You can see hourly bear flag shaping up, and that does confirm that it would bring us down into the 90s. So it's not looking good if we lost 100K on Bitcoin. And like I said, that 4-hour EMA 12 and 26 bear cross, 4-hour bear flag, 4-hour downtrend with a lower high, lower low. So that's multiple confluences pointing to the fact that we're going to more than likely see more downside, and we're not yet 4-hour oversold either on the RSI. Another major red flag that we have on the chart is a death cross. So the 50-day was above the 200-day moving average. They just crossed today, essentially. And we've got a lot of work to do. We also lost the 50 weekly moving average as support. So the next nearby is the 100 weekly there at 158. Not looking good. And then on the weekly macros, we're still bearish on the stochastic and the MACD. Actually, the stochastic tried to cross bullish, but we're back into bearish territory. And we still can't get above that 10-week moving average, and the MACD still has a way to go before it sees a bull cross. So like I said, not looking good. I'm going to lean on the side of it being a sell the news event into tomorrow, but let me know your thoughts and opinions on this in the comment section below. And again, couple that with the government shutdown. Everybody thinks it's going to be bullish, ends up being the opposite. Would not be surprising in the least. Also, just as a reminder, Black Friday sale is now live. You can get 20% off the VIP, which includes yearly access to the POW Group private community, to the group, and also the algo alerts. So you get a yearly bundle pass that'll save you $125 off of the original price. Links will be in the description and in the comment section. All right, going in it there. It's going to be an exciting day, though, with everything launching tomorrow. It's been a long time coming, and we're entering into the new XRP era. And I do think that over the coming weeks and months, we're going to be heavily rewarded for our patience. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions. I know it's not easy to, sitting here and waiting and watching all these other coins get their ETS approved. And don't worry, folks, they're saving the best for last. All right, it's Rod with Pow Group. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of wealth, and we'll see you on the next video.